Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net on Sunday the 20th of September. Thanks again for watching. If you do want us to let you know by email when this video has been updated, then just send an email to generalweather-subscribe at weatherweb.net and we can add you onto the list. Don't worry, we don't send any junk, we don't send any rubbish out. It'll just mean that we can tell you as soon as this video is updated. Okay, 7 to 10 day mean of the 500 millibar flow. We've got the ECMWF and the GFS on the right here, ECMWF on the left, GFS on the right. For those of you not familiar with these charts, they show the anomaly of the 7 to 10 day mean in the 500 millibar flow, and it means that we can compare two models. So it's the period running from next Sunday through to Wednesday the 30th of September, and what it's showing us is a big ridge still across the eastern parts of the state, big trough in the western Atlantic, and then we've got a ridge through the UK and Ireland showing up on the ECMWF. Similar sort of pattern on the GFS, good agreement with a big ridge over the eastern states, some really warm weather to come there. Big trough, but more towards the central Atlantic than the ECMWF, and we've got this ridge still through the southern part of the UK, but not quite so strong across Ireland and also Scotland. So the GFS tending to tone things down a little bit, while the ECMWF really goes for it. Now, you'll know if you've been watching over the last few weeks, we've been talking about pressure building towards the end of September. So let's just look at what the ECMWF is going for at the moment. This is the chart for midnight next Saturday going into Sunday. So this is the 27th of September. There's our area of high pressure. Here's the ridge in the 500 millibar flow. Low pressure centred off towards the southeast of Greenland. Now, as we just go forward into Monday, you notice how that ridge builds on Tuesday. The ridge is built even more. It's getting high pressure through the UK, and then as we just go on a little bit further into the 30th of September, this is taking us up to Wednesday the 30th. So you can see, look, the high really has built into the UK. It's centred just off towards the east. Still got the jet out here in the Atlantic, but passing north of the British Isles. So the ECMWF ensemble really does go for the idea of pressure building. Notice though, it's not a high smack bang over the top of us. It's not fine weather day on end, because we've still got a southwesterly affecting western Scotland and also the north and the west of Ireland. But it's backing up these ideas of that pressure build into the end of September and into the early part of October. And it's interesting as well just to note what the GFS is doing. This is the GFS for 10 days time, so effectively it's the same chart, it's the same time as that one, and that's how the GFS sees it. Notice still got high pressure off towards the east. This is the operational GFS, but the high, the ridge here and the ridge off towards the east is actually broken in two by a trough just lying in the middle part of the Atlantic there. You see what I mean when I said on the 7 to 10 day means that they'd actually pulled the trough on the GFS a little bit further west than on the ECMWF, and that really shows it very well. If you just look at the ECMWF, the trough is out here in the western parts of the Atlantic, but on the GFS, look, it's through the central parts of the Atlantic, which has the effect of pushing this high a little bit further east. But it's still probably early days to be able to be telling exactly where the high is going to be and whether it's going to affect the whole of the country, but the story is there of pressure building. And even on the 384 hour, which takes us well into the early part of October, the GFS still has the high hanging around. It has the ridge up here, keeps the trough in the Atlantic and down through Iberia, puts the ridge somewhere in there like so, and keeps the high affecting much of the UK. So it sticks with that story. The sort of dates that we've got in mind and that we've been advising private clients is kind of running from the 24th, 25th for the improvement to take place, running up to around about the 10th of October. That's not to say there wouldn't be any rain during this period at all. It's just to say that pressures would be higher than normal, and so a tendency towards drier weather during that period. And it's still the overall theme that we're tending to stick with. Of course, long range forecast, anything could happen. It could all go wrong, but that's what we're thinking just at the moment. Okay, if you want more detail, go and have a look at farmersweather.co.uk. That gives you a detailed forecast for farming for the week ahead. And of course, don't forget to check out our fast forecast for the detail for the next couple of days. You can see that at weatherweb.net. But for now, whatever you're doing, thanks again for watching. Keep the sun shining, and bye for now.